How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Petty, and I appreciate you stopping by today. And we're here to talk about a little bit of Blue Protocol. So essentially, something that's been making its rounds over the last week and everything that I've seen posted on Reddit and Twitter a few times is essentially a questionnaire where people are going like, "This is everything that's coming to the game. Why else would they put it in the questionnaire?" Alright, so now's a good time to use our handbrakes a little bit, put a little ease on that. So this game is still relatively early on in its development. There's a lot of things that have not been set in stone with it, and they're kind of being on the very quiet side in terms of what kind of stuff they're releasing. It's essentially still being worked on, and they've kind of made comments about like, hey, our main focus right now is working on and developing the game, and we'll get you guys information on it when we can. So we're just, looking for all the scraps that we can get, which is why I think people are clinging to things like this, and basically going like, oh yeah, no, this is going to be in the game, guys, I can't wait. And it's not the healthiest approach. So let's actually take a look at it, and we'll kind of go through it a little bit. I wish someone had the rest of these because I'd like to know what else was in the questionnaire, just because I think it would have given some interesting looks into what the beta experience might have been like for those players and everything. Because really in these, they want to get a lot of targeted information that's going to help them the most in going and trying to develop the best game that they can. So we can see, let's go ahead and read this real fast. So which games, specifications / contents do you expect to add in the future? Select up to 5. So there's a very specific reason that instead of letting you guys just click every one of these that, suits your heart's fancy, they only wanted people to select 5. So basically, one of the things that tells us right away is they're looking for, what things are people looking for to be in the game the most, and where should they be focusing their, developmental time and everything like that. So this kind of tells us that they're still very much, they're probably past the drawing board, so I was about to exaggerate a little bit. But, they're still very much in that development cycle. So I don't see this entire thing as being like, oh, all this stuff is coming, guys. It's them going like, okay, what do y'all want the most so that we know what to focus on? Okay, cool, thank you. But let's take a look at this stuff, because if nothing else, what this does say is these are things that they are at least thinking about, putting in the game at the very, very least. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made the list and put it on there. So you can glean a little bit from it, but understand that this was a prioritization kind of question and not a, hey, do you guys want to see every single one of these things? Pick some of your favorites. Actually, let me know what some of your favorite things from this list is, what you would like to see in the game. So let's go ahead and go through this. So first thing on the list, which I'm sure got a lot of clicks, because especially in the Asian market, they love all of the, I don't want to call it frill, but like in Dragon Raja, you see a lot of the cosmetic stuff. It's very, very, very popular over there. So I imagine that got a decent amount of votes. I'm more a, kind of gameplay person. Like, ooh, give me some pretty stuff, sure, but make sure that I have enough stuff to do that's fun. That's where I'm concerned. So under living contents, that includes things like fishing, housing, etc. I don't really know how fishing and housing are in the same category, but okay. I'm assuming that kind of puts it in the context of things that make your character, feel more real, more things to do in the world and interact with, that are specifically outside of gameplay. Like if your character had a life, these things would be part of that. So I mean that's cool. Hopefully they don't go super crazy with focusing on that. Mini games. I don't know what they mean by that, but that sounds adorable. I want mini games. Increased types of character create parts. I don't know if this is... Again, I wish there was more questions from this questionnaire so that from seeing the different types of things that they're looking for information on, we could have kind of gleaned, maybe what character create parts are. Could it be crafting stuff? Sure. Could it be armor stuff? Sure. Could be anything. It's something the character is creating. Maybe, so increased freedom of character creation. Maybe the character create parts is different stuff for your character customization. Maybe that seems pretty plausible. Okay. See, we didn't need the rest of those questions. We'll start solving our own questions off this list itself. I believe in us. All right, so choice of skills, increase in quantity. Who doesn't want more skills? But I do like that, they're looking to see if there should be some flexibility there. I am a person that likes flexibility. I like games that come with builds that are not just, hey, here's this character in this flat two-dimensional plane. Here you go. I like when there's some room to work with it and do different things. So, yeah. Especially with MMOs, if you're getting away from games that have like multiple characters and everything, having the ability for your person to do more without it being ridiculous, like some of the mobile MMOs that are just like, you can be any class you want, just change whenever, bud. Just play me, please play me. But I like that. Addition of new class. I think there's 4 or 6 classes confirmed for the game at the moment. So, I mean, wouldn't be mad at more, but I would rather them get the focus on more of the framework stuff for the game right now than really worry about adding some new flashy classes. You guys can wait 2-3 months into the game to try and do something like that. Increase the number of imagines. All right, I'm already scanning down to see if I'm getting any answers below, and that looks like a no. So, increase the number of imagines. We're all pretty deep in the imagines right now. I'm trying to imagine what you're talking about. Team guilds to which many people can belong. I'm here for that. One of the things, if you haven't seen any of the screen captures or stuff from the development Q&As or live streams that they've done, there's an image in particular that's popping in my mind where there's 100 some people standing in a town square. If you have that many people, make guilds nice and big. Don't give them a 30-person or 50-person cap. Let them get as big as they can, in my opinion. As long as it doesn't give them, broken stuff and make the game exploity for having that many, cool. But the more the merrier on that one. So, yeah, I like guilds. I like guilds. Make them big old guilds. PvP, yeah. Limited to those without force. I'm guessing that would be something that you have to flag yourself for, so that you wouldn't be able to attack normal people. Not really sure what the last part is, but hell yeah, everyone loves PvP. Who doesn't like PvP? Enhancement of quest. All right, make the quest a little bit deeper. That's a fair question. Increased number of dungeons. I know that one got motherfuckers slammed on that one. Excuse my language, but they slammed on that one. 100%. People always slam on that button. Increased raid content. Also probably got a few claps. All day. Increased rules for playing in the arena. I like that. That's an interesting one to me. There in MMOs, arena is typically not filled with a lot of rules. In WoW specifically, they basically remove the ability to use some of your skills that had 10-minute cooldowns that did something crazy. Think about summoning the giant rock elemental as a shaman. I'm pretty sure they didn't allow that in arena. Please God, tell me they didn't allow that in arena. But it was stuff like that they would limit. So I'm not against that in arena. I think it, potentially, depending on how skills are, make a more level playing field. But I would like to see more interesting kinds of things in Arena. You know what I mean? If you could add some rules, add some stuff going on that makes it a little bit deeper than just 2v2 or 3v3. Add some interesting elements to it. I don't know. Maybe they have to try and run around and pick up stuff too. I don't know. Honestly, surprise me. But I would like to see some kind of innovation in arenas. That would be awesome. Awesome. So I like that they're asking about rules specifically and not just like, I don't know. I like the way that's phrased. Expansion of content with playful elements. Hell yeah. Be petty. This is the place to celebrate that. We're with you all the way. Enhanced options and HUD items. That would be good. People really like the ability to customize their own hub. So if you kind of design yours so that it can be snap and clippy and people can kind of go in and do whatever they want with that, they're going to love that all day long. That is always a smart option. And there's been add-ons that have done that for games for well over a decade at this point. So just put it in your games. Like, for realsies. The modding community version of it can drink now. Time to just do it. Just do it. Alright, so enhancement of roles in battle. Okay, adding more to, like, the niche roles, I suppose. So, like, DPSs might have something to do. There's, some games that'll add mechanics where, maybe one of your DPSs have to peel off, kill a certain ad, or do a certain thing as part of the fight mechanics. I like stuff like that. Adding depth to battles and making roles feel a little bit more rewarding. That's cool. How you make healer feel rewarding and what you do for them, I don't know, bro. But be nice to those people. They've been through a lot, and everybody blames the healer. I played a healer for 5 years. I will tell you that's true all day long. But yeah, that's really cool as long as you don't end up only making it so that like 1 or 2 roles are really interesting and the other 2 are just kind of meh. So if you do go in that direction, Blue Protocol, be careful. Make sure that you make it good for everybody. Enhancing the sense of cooperation in battle. Sure. Optional channel movement functions. I would not. I hope no one clicked on that. That is such a weird thing for all the other stuff that's in there. Types of costumes and accessories. Bet you that guy yammed on. Enhancement of communication function. Again, I feel like these two could have just been combined into the same kind of question. So more chat functions would fall under things like, being able to make custom channels that or things that people can join and talk to. Having things like, zone-wide chat, trade chat, stuff like that. All good moves. All good moves. But yeah, I don't see what the difference between those two is too much. Supports 4K resolution and ultra-wide monitor. Sure, yeah, throw the rich people a bone. One of you guys want to throw one of your old monitors at me? I'll take it. Was it like 3 years old? Got some stuff on it? Sure, it works great. Give it to Daddy. Seasonal event holding. Events are always good. I don't think it's events or like seasonal events or something that games should worry too heavily on in their first kind of couple of months. Maybe a starting event and everything, but you want people to have enough meat in the actual game that you don't need to start peppering in events to keep them entertained already. You might be blowing your load on that one is all I'm saying. Enhanced shooting functions. I like pew-pews. Pew-pews all day long. Apps with auxiliary functions outside of the game. I feel like a good number of people clicked on that one. That stuff can be cool. I'm usually not the biggest on them. I'll use them if I absolutely have to. I think Battlefield at one point, maybe 4, forced me to use the app that went along with the game. I don't know. Not the biggest fan of it. Don't force petty into situations like that. But yeah, I thought it was an interesting questionnaire. I thought there was some cool stuff that we can glean from it. And because a lot of people were kind of taking a look at this and then showing everyone else and being like, look at everything that's definitely going to be in the game. that it was worth taking a kind of a deeper look at and kind of talking through. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys would have selected out of this list for your 5. And again, thank you so much and supporting our channel. I really, really appreciate it, guys. And yeah, we're going to have end card stuff set up soon, but I still haven't figured it out. My brother's made a pretty good one for me. I just have to figure it out on the YouTube side, and yeah, we'll get there, bud. We'll get there. But alright, guys, thank you so much again for stopping by, and you're gonna have to catch your boy in the next one, because we're out of here. Deuces.